Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream. Wow, Charles. Appreciate the maturity there, man. Glad you like it, Delight. It's a solo build. It's called the Artisan Estate. It's like a giant mansion / convention center all wrapped up in one. Go ahead and do a little indoor tour here in a second. Alright, so this is just a little basement area. Probably not going to do much of this. May come back to it at some point and make some adjustments and stuff, but nothing special. Same's on the other side. But we'll go in the, we're actually in the north courtyard right now. This is on a flat build, so all that lake and everything, that's all stuff that I had to place custom terraforming on Xbox 360 edition. As you can tell, I am down to bedrock here. That's the deep as it'll go. We'll go ahead and go in the north entry. And this is the north entry hall here. Actually, let me get rid of my HUD and everything first. Where am I going? Settings. Alright. So this is the north entry hall. And there are these viewing rooms up in the top here on both sides, bringing a lot of light into the entry hall and everything. Also give you a good view over the courtyard and much of the rest of the build. But we'll go ahead and drop down. We'll go into the grand ballroom here. Alright. This is the grand ballroom. There will be a little bit of a change here. I'll be adjusting the chandeliers somewhat. Those are from previous design, old design that, well, I laid out much of the start here in like a wooden frame, and that chandelier is from the old wooden frame. So I will be updating that probably, as well as maybe a couple other things, but that's it for now. We'll go across here into the indoor garden, the hot tub and pool. You can see the hot tub down there on the bottom right. And then here's the pool, as well as 3 diving platforms. When you come across here, we'll go into the sauna. Actually, going outside to get there first here. So yeah, the sauna's right here. Cozy little space. So this hallway obviously isn't done, but it's going to be modeled after a hallway that I'll take you through here in a little bit. So you'll see what that'll eventually look like. It's just the central courtyard there. We'll go through that in a second. And again, that's the north entry hall through that big doorway, but just wanted to show you kind of the furniture and stuff on the back side here. Alright, this goes out to the central courtyard. Little fire pit here. And this is the hallway that the other one will be modeled after. So you can kind of get an idea here what that'll look like. It may not be exactly the same, but it'll definitely be close. So here you go. Just one of the main hallways here. This is build day. Oh, actually, I think I've got my numbers wrong. I think this is 17. So I don't know if I updated that. But I laid out a little bit of that wooden frame a couple months back, and then just kind of left it alone. And then I came back to it here, well, about 17 days of legit building ago. So it's very different now and all that. Alright, here's the south entry hall. This is similar to the north entry hall, but the staircases are entirely different. The flooring is different. The tables down there, that big fountain you see. The chandelier is different as well. But that gives you at least an idea of what this looks like. Again, the viewing rooms up in the top left and right there. But let's go ahead and go into the grand library here. Little info desk and return booth there. Go on up the stairs. Our ladders to drop down here as well. But let's cross the south entry hall and go over to the stage theater. This is a lot of people's favorite part of the build. I don't know if it's mine or not, but I like it. So we got balcony seating, we got some VIP suites. There's also floor seating. Down at the end of the hallway, you see that door way down there? That's entrance to the stage, I guess. We got a ticket booth and info desk right here. And we'll go on up to the balcony seating so you can see what that'll look like. Well, down that hall is where all the VIP suites are. There's a hall on the far end as well, and there's more suites there, I guess. But here's the balcony seating. You can see the stage down there. And the VIP suites are here on the side, separated by those curtains and stuff. We've also got some spotlights up here in these little staff-only sections up in the top corners. Let's go down here. Get a good view of the seating there, what that looks like. And then we've got an orchestral pit down in front. That door there leads to some of the space that's down below the stage. There's also a backstage area behind that black wall there. There's also a space up above the stage. I'll take you to all those. Let's drop down below first. So you can see it's the orchestral pit in there. Alright, there's plenty of storage for costumes, sets, whatever else you might need for your stage productions. There's also 4 ladders that lead up to the top of the stage. There's that one there, and then 2 more on the opposite side. That staircase right there leads straight to the backstage area. But we'll go ahead and go up on the top of the stage here again. So again, you can see we're up on top of the stage. We'll go above the stage now. So up here again, some more storage and all that, as well as some music boxes and things of that sort, just to play music during the different stage productions that you might be putting on. We'll go ahead and drop down. We'll go backstage here. So this is the backstage space. I might be adding a little bit to this later on, some changing rooms, things like that, but for now it's just empty space, and I'll leave it that way for now. Go through on the opposite side. Then if I go down to the end of the hallway here, on both sides there are bathrooms, so I'll just show you the bathrooms real quick, I guess. Am I proud of myself? Sure, I guess. Why not? Okay, I'll take you out to the southern courtyard here too. Haven't shown you that yet. Sorry about the rain, that's kind of annoying. No way to turn it off on 360 edition. Kind of makes the courtyard not look quite as nice too. But anyway, this is the southern courtyard. Again, another nice little fire pit. And this goes all the way to the end of the map here. Boom, that's the end. In fact, let me pull up the, whatever it's called, the map really quick. Let you take a look. Alright, so you can see what I've done so far. So again, this is on a flat map, so the lake and everything you're seeing, that's all custom made, custom terraforming. I will be expanding that lake further out as well. What I've been saying on past broadcasts, which I'm thinking I might change now, is I was planning on having that lake cover the upper right-hand corner, the northeast corner of the map. That was all going to be lake, and then the other 3/4 of the map was going to be structure. But as I'm building it out now, I'm starting to think I'll change that a little bit. But either way, there's still plenty of building left to go. As you can tell, that whole right-hand side of the structure, there will be more that I'm building out there, and there's more that I'm building out to the left hand as well. The far left side is actually where the true front entrance to the build is going to be. And then there are a couple other smaller structures I'll be building, including a boathouse, which will be out by the garden maze that I'll take you to here in a little bit. And I'll probably also build some small cabins and stuff on some islands that'll be out in the middle of the lake. And I may do some other structures, I'm not sure. I've also done several hidden rooms and stuff throughout the build. I don't build those while on stream because those are going to be part of a quest portion that I'm going to be building. This map will support both the quest and a what's it called? Hunger Games. I'm going to build it out for both of those. And so some of the aspects of the map I'm not doing on stream because I want them to be kind of surprised later on when I actually go through and finish the map. I will be doing kind of a custom. Well, I'll be hosting lobbies essentially, and I'll bring people in. And walk them through the quest. I'll reveal all the different hidden rooms, do those sorts of things, and then also bring in a bunch of the followers and viewers and stuff and have them come in for some Hunger Games matches. But anyway, I'll keep going here. So, like I said, you can tell we're at the end of the map there. No further. Can't go any further there. But we'll go ahead and fly over here. And you can see these staircases and stuff. The entire roof I shouldn't say the entire roof. Most of the roof is accessible through different doorways and stuff, so you can travel inside, outside, all over the place here. But we'll go ahead and go back in over here. So this is the north entry hall again, well over there. And then I'll head out this doorway. Walk through. So there's the ballroom that was there, and there's that big hallway that I showed earlier as well. On the outside here, this is actually leading down toward where the true front entrance and some of the living quarters and bedrooms and stuff are all going to be. In fact, what I'm looking at right now, those are all bedrooms for family, friends, guests, whatever else you need. They're just different bedrooms. I did that a couple days ago. Probably add a little bit more to it, a little more detail work later on. I'll go ahead and go in this door here so you can kind of see what this looks like. So there's that. It's pretty ridiculous, by the way, these animals got up here. They had to go up the staircase, walk along this hallway, jump the fence, and then fall down. So kind of funny, but pretty crazy all at the same time. Okay, so there's that. And this is what I've been working on for the past, I don't know, day and a half, 2 days, something like that. Is over here, and this is where the actual front entry hall is going to be. This is about, or what you're looking at there, what looks like one building, that is actually about a third of the size of what the entire front entrance and everything's going to be. So it's going to be this huge, grand entry hall with some rooms and stuff that kind of come off of it, but it's going to be a pretty massive thing, and it'll look amazing when it's done. I've got a pretty sweet vision in my mind for what that's going to be. So you can see, obviously not done at all. There's that. And then over here on this far end, I've put an infinity pool, which I think they're really cool. Let me go ahead and sleep really quick just to... Where am I going? I'm going to kill this rain if I can. Alright, so this infinity pool. The idea behind an infinity pool is that it gives the sensation that the pool never ends. It's a never-ending thing of water. And if you look out over this direction, the lake's not done yet, but you can get the idea of how this is going to work. As this water pours over the edge there, it runs, your horizon, your view runs directly into the water in the lake. So it kind of gives that sensation that this pool is, you know, infinitely large. It's all part of that lake and everything just keeps on going. So it's pretty sweet. I like it. And that's the infinity pool, and that is pretty much all there is to show you so far on the build. Oh, I didn't take you out past the garden maze, so I'll go ahead and do that. Garden maze, again, this is not done at all yet, but you can at least see, get an idea of what I'm doing with it. Alright, so there you go. That's the beginnings of the garden maze. Inside here was that indoor garden and the pool and everything. So you can see kind of where we are. Porta potens Estoni cladaris in esto. It's Latin and has a double meaning. Essentially means that doors will only open to an honest man. But depending on how you read it, it could also mean that the doors won't open to an honest man. So it's kind of a play on words, and it's Latin and all that, just kind of cool. I guess I can take you out over the lake a little bit, show you these islands. Again, this is all custom terraforming, so none of this was actually here. I had to custom make all that, make it look as legitimate as possible, as realistic as possible. Dug it all out, used a lot of TNT, and had to pour all the water and stuff. But yeah, that is the build so far. The Artisan Estate. Solo build by me, Rogue Artisan. Here's my info. In chat, I'll throw up some more. You can type !contact at any time, and that'll pull up my contact info. ! Will actually pull up a lot of different chat commands and stuff that you can use. But I'll throw a couple of these up real quick so you can see it. I've also got a YouTube channel for my clan, the Artisan Cordon. That's youtube.com/ArtisanCordon. I'm also on Twitter at twitter.com/ArtisanCordon. And Facebook, and that's facebook.com/ArtisanCordon as well. So there's a bunch of info up in chat for you, so you can see that. Yeah, just go ahead and send me a request, Delight. If it's full, then just send me a message so that I remember who you are. Give me your screen name here on Twitch and stuff, and that'll help me out a lot. Fact here in a little bit. If you guys want, I can take you on a. I can open up the game, let some of you come in and explore. But while I'm building, I don't let anybody join because, like I said, this is 100% a solo build, so I want to keep it that way as best I can.